Well, hello, my fellow animal lovers and pet parents. Welcome to Enlightened Animal Communication. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning to my channel, welcome back. I am so grateful to have you joining me for this reading and any other pets or any pets that you have currently with you. Thank you for joining me as well. I hope you all find yourselves well today. So, my name is Sherry. I am an intuitive telepathic animal communicator and medium, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle card reader. And on this channel, we are combining the two in hopes that you will feel enlightened as a result of your reading or readings about your connection with your pet, understanding each other better, and just feel a deeper, more spiritual bond with your pet. In this case, your future pet. All right. Okay. So, so today's reading is Messages from Your Future Rescue Pet. Now, I've been wanting to do this reading for a while, and I'm doing it today because I am launching a discount rescue pet program. And this program is called Ruby's Rescue Pet Program. Ruby's Rescue Discount Program. Yes, Ruby's Rescue Discount Program. Ruby is my rescue pet. I rescued her, my sweet angel doggie. We actually rescued each other. She chose me, I chose her from a shelter, an animal shelter, almost 7 years ago now. So, anyway, and I checked in with her telepathically, and she thought it was a great idea to offer this discount. So what it is it's a 30% discount for anyone interested in a private telepathic animal communication session with me and their newly adopted rescue pet. Okay, so if you have rescued a pet within the last 30 days, you can receive from a reputable animal shelter or animal rescue organization. All you need to do is just email me the paperwork, and if you have rescued one within the last 30 days, you will receive a 30% discount, okay, off of your animal communication session with me. If you are thinking about rescuing a pet in the future, in the near future, which you might be because you've clicked on this video, then whenever you rescue them within 30 days after adopting them, you could take advantage of a 30% discount. Okay, I do encourage you, if you have pets already in your home, in your family, and you're bringing a new pet into your family, I encourage you to include all of your pets in the animal communication session. It is a great opportunity. It really helps your pet your newly adopted pet transition into your home, into your family, but it also helps your current pets in your family make that adjustment also. And it opens up the lines of communication. It creates a deeper connection a little faster. I think it's just a great way to help all of you adjust, okay, to a newly adopted pet coming into your home. All right. Okay. That being said, let's move on. Oh, and there's a link to my website below if you are interested. You can check it out. Okay. All right. So let's move on to your reading. And so your reading is going to be messages from your future rescue pet. And this can be this is going to be soul to soul. Okay. But it can be, a pet that you're thinking about rescuing a pet, but you have no idea, when or how or where or anything. or it can be a pet who you've looked at online, or you might have met already, and you're potentially going to adopt them. You could assign them to different groups. Whatever works for you, use your intuition, okay? But we are connecting soul to soul with this pet. We're going to find out what they have to say about you adopting them adopting you, right? But potentially when, where, why, that type of thing, and just see what comes through. All right. Okay. So let's look at your options here. So we have group 1 with the horse. Trust your feelings. So that's group 1. And this is group 2. And by the way, this pet can be any species that you're adopting. Group 2 is with the crow, believe in the magic. And group 3 is with the butterfly, get ready for big changes. Okay, take your time. If you need to pause the video for a moment, you can do that now. And otherwise, I look forward to seeing you in your reading. Well, hello, group 1. Welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose this beautiful card with the horse, trust your feelings. Okay, so we are going to connect with your future rescue pet. So we're asking your future rescue pet to bring some messages through to kind of help you connect with them, maybe find them, find out maybe some details about when or where or why they might be coming into your life. Okay, so we're going to talk about just your initial card first a little bit here, group 1. All right, so wow, what a beautiful card, huh? Beautiful, this horse in the desert. Trust your feelings. So this horse represents the pet that you're going to adopt, that you're going to rescue. I'm seeing very much, no matter what the species is that you're thinking about rescuing, a cat, a dog, a bird, maybe a horse, maybe a gerbil, it doesn't matter. This horse is already telling me that they are highly, highly intuitive. They're also very sensitive. Okay? Your future pet is highly intuitive and very, very sensitive. And they're connecting with you on a feelings level. And so they're sending to you telepathically messages to trust your own feelings and trust your feelings. When you see them online or you meet them in person, trust the feelings that are coming through that you feel toward them. Okay, not so much in your head, not so much the thoughts, but your feelings toward them. That's how they're drawing you to them. Okay, there's a very strong it's called clairsentience. So it's like you can feel what each other feels, right? Okay, they feel you, you feel them, you feel each other's feelings. And so trust your feelings is what your future pet is telling you, group 1. Okay, trust your feelings when you're searching for them, Okay, so that's the initial message. Let's get some more messages from tarot, and then we'll pull some oracle cards as well. Great Spirit Angels, guys. Future rescue pets are group number 1 viewers. What other messages do you have for your future pet parent? Group 1. 7 of Swords. Okay, we're just going to pull them out and see. Wheel of Fortune. Okay. Page of Wands. 5 of Wands. 9 of Swords. Goodness. All right, we definitely have Justice. 3 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Wow. We have a combination of a lot of different, yeah. We've got some Swords energy here. We've got 2 major arcana. Got some Wands energy, 1 Cups, and 1 Pentacles. Okay, very interesting. I feel, so, I mean, this card came out first. The 7 of Swords, Group 1. Excuse me. I feel like you've been through some difficulty, Group 1. And I feel like there's been some kind of a self-sabotage kind of thing going on. And this Wheel of Fortune is really about, your luck is about to change, okay? Getting unstuck from this energy, right? Being in your head a lot, going over whatever it is you're worried about, and getting unstuck from that energy and moving forward with this Wheel of Fortune. And your luck is about to change, okay? And I feel like this has to do with finding your future pet, okay? Finding your future rescue pet. Group 1. Because here's this path, okay, with the Page of Wands. And this kitty is on the path here ahead of this Page of Wands. And the page is looking toward the kitty. And I feel like your future rescue pet is telling you, first of all, allow yourself to get unstuck and out of your head, right? Getting on a path to finding them, okay? Getting on a path to finding them. And this kitty is saying, trust the path. Just trust the path and trust that you're going to be guided in the right direction. Okay? Now, this 5 of Wands, again, I feel like this is kind of a card of conflict. And I feel like for you, Group 1, this is inner conflict. This is kind of, just a lot of inner conflict going on. Followed by the 9 of Swords, again, worry, fear, anxiety, staying up late. I feel like some of you might have experienced some heartache from losing a pet recently, Group 1. Take that if it applies. But that's what I felt from the 7 of Swords when I first pulled it out, was heartache. And so some of you might be debating whether and when to adopt a pet because you've recently lost one. And there's just, kind of inner conflict happening. And there's a lot of anxiety and pain and sleepless nights around losing your pet and whether to adopt another pet. We're going to ask about timing later, but I'm feeling like your future pet is saying, you know, and you're okay. Sorry, a lot of messages are coming through at once. Um, I feel like your pet who has passed. So I feel like this kitty is representing if you have lost a pet recently. Okay, if you haven't, then that doesn't apply to you. Just take what resonates. So if you have lost a pet recently, um, your pet is saying it's okay, right? It's okay to rescue another pet. It's okay. And I will send you, I, they're saying, I will give you a sign. I will give you a sign that it's the right pet to adopt. And you're not betraying me because I love you and I'm always with you. Okay. So this is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave the rest, right? So if that applies to you, you can take that message. Otherwise, also your future pet is saying to allow yourself again to get out of your head and into your heart and into your feelings about adopting them, okay? And trust your feelings. You won't be led the wrong way. Trust the path. We have this justice card. And again, there are two kitty cats arguing with one another. Okay. And I feel like this represents an inner conflict. I feel like there's a lot of inner conflict for you, group one. Do I, don't I? Do I, don't I? I just really feel that that's coming through strongly. Again, you are not betraying a pet who has crossed over. If you adopt a new pet, as a matter of fact, your pet who has crossed over is sending you a pet, and you're going to know. And so trust that. Okay. There will be fairness to all. You don't have to worry. Okay. Yeah, because this is going to lead to a celebration. So once you do, and some of you might be debating whether to adopt another pet because you also want to be fair to pets you have in your home currently. So that's coming through also. So, but it looks as if everyone is going to be happy, right? It's kind of like all of these cards about inner conflict and worry is what's going through your mind, group one. But trust your intuition. Three of Cups is a three of water. It's intuition. Trust your feelings. It's feelings. So trust your intuition, trust your feelings, and you're going to be guided down the right path. Okay? Just trust that. All right? Just trust that. And your future pet is saying that, like the message that was coming through in the beginning, trust your feelings, not your head. Okay? Don't overthink it and don't over worry about it. Whatever your circumstances are, of course, You only want to adopt a pet when you're ready to adopt a pet. I mean, financially and like just everything, right? So, of course, it needs to be the right situation. However, try not to get too much into your head because there is going to be a celebration, okay? And you're going to feel that it's right once you meet them or you have other pets that you have meet, your potential new pet. And we have the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah. So this is just abundance. I mean, look how happy and fulfilled she is. And with all these little kitties, these cards all have cats in them. You're not going to see dogs or anything in them. So, but this is a happy family right here. Okay. And there's a lot of abundance and fruit and just, yeah, there's so much abundance here and happiness and fulfillment and just groundedness and love. Yeah. This card is just very peaceful. So this is what it's leading to. Okay. And so when you meet your potential pet, your future pet, you're going to feel that peace. You're going to feel that peace. So trust your intuition, trust your feelings. Okay. And you're going to feel it. Let's pull from the Divine Dog Wisdom cards for Spirit in Disguise and Future Rescue Pets Group Number 1 viewers. What other messages do you have for your future pet parent? Group 1. Surrender, let it go. Yeah. Okay, so let go of the worry, let go of the anxiety, let go of the guilt if you're carrying guilt, about maybe a pet who has crossed over. And just let go of the overthinking. Trust your feelings, trust your intuition. You're going to be guided in the right direction. Surrender, let it go. Okay? Dreaming, dream big. Aw, I love that. Okay, so the first thing when I saw dreaming that came through was your pet, your future rescue pet might come to you in your dreams, or at least in one dream. Okay? So sometimes they'll let you know who they are, what they look like, what their personality is, some of their personality traits or their physical traits or something like that. And so I feel like that's going to be a message from your future rescue pet. Okay. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So we're going to pull from the Cosmic Cat Wisdom cards. Spirit in Disguise and Rescue. Future rescue pet of Group Number 1 viewers. What other messages do you have for your future pet parent? Group 1. Yeah, I feel like this card, is very dreamy. It's kind of a really dreamy card, isn't it? Yeah, so, and you might daydream, okay? So something that's coming through too is trust your feelings, but trust your visions also, okay? So this could be night dreams that you have when you're sleeping. Your future pet might come, visit you. It could also be daydreams. So trust that, you might have a vision. Some clairvoyance might come through where you have a vision through your third eye, and your pet is sending, a vision to you about who they are, where you're going to see them, where you're going to meet them, what they look like, that kind of thing. All right. Risk. Take a chance. Yeah. Risk it. Okay. Again, you always want to be ready to adopt a pet. You don't want to adopt a pet if you can't do it, if you don't live in the right home, or, you're financially, you can't do it. But what your pet is saying is go for it. Okay, if you're in a place where you can adopt another pet or adopt a pet at this time, take that chance. Get out of your head. It's funny that this cat, has this, I don't know, what looks like an astronaut thing on there. Yeah, get out of your head. Don't overthink it, and comfort. Take it and give it. Yes. So that's what you're going to feel. Group 1, when you meet your rescue pet, this is what you're going to feel. You are going to feel this comfort. You're going to feel this heart to heart, soul to soul connection. I mean, you're just going to feel it. Trust your feelings. Okay? So you are going to feel it. You are going to know based on your feelings. All right. Okay. So we are going to pull from Godspeed Divine Timing deck here. We're just going to see a time frame. Now, again, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. Group 1. If this resonates for you, great. If it doesn't, that's okay. Trust your intuition always. All right. So, but we're going to see if we can get a time frame. All right. Great Spirit, Angels, Guides. Future rescue pets of group number 1 viewers. What's the time frame of them adopting you? Next new moon. Wow. Okay. That's pretty soon. I don't know when that is. Of course, it depends on when you're watching this, but next new moon. Okay. And I just pulled one more and it says in March. Now, if you were watching this soon, as like, I'm uploading this at the end of February, but March is right around the corner. So if that resonates for you, again, you always follow your intuition and you do what's right for you, okay? But these are the messages that are coming through. All right. Okay. So, all right. Well, that was kind of fun. I hope that you enjoyed it, Group 1. I want to thank Great Spirit Angels, Guides, and pets, future rescue pets of group number 1 viewers, for bringing these beautiful messages through. Group number 1 viewers, I hope that you feel enlightened or maybe some clarity about adopting your future rescue pet. And yeah, so I'm not quite sure what to say because I've never done a reading like this before, so this is kind of new. But yeah, I love the messages that came through, and I hope that you feel, again, some clarity around it. And if you do, please remember to click that like button, leave me a comment, let me know how this resonated for you, or let me know if you adopt a pet as a result of this reading, or not as a result of this reading, but if you do adopt a pet, come back and leave me a comment and let me know if it, aligned with this reading in some way. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you can be notified as when more readings like this are being uploaded. And again, if you are interested in a private animal communication session with me, and for you and your current pet or pets here or in the afterlife, and or if you adopt a pet and within 30 days of adopting, you would like to have an animal communication session for your newly adopted pet and any current pets that you have, click that link below to my website and you can find all the information there. Thank you so much again for joining me. I look forward to seeing you in my next reading. And until then, blessings to you and your beloved pet or pets. Hello, Group 2. Welcome to your reading. Those of you who chose this beautiful card with the crow and believe in the magic is your message. Yes. So this is all about messages from your future rescue pet. All right. So the initial message that's coming through here is based on your key message, believe in the magic. So I feel like your future pet, your future rescue pet, group 2, is wanting you to believe in the magic of how you're going to connect. So I feel like it's kind of like, just as an example, you might go to a shelter because you saw a pet online and you were really interested in that pet. And then you get to the shelter and that pet has already been adopted, right? However, you walk through the shelter and your soul pet is there waiting for you, right? And you make that connection, and you know that that was orchestrated, that was meant to be, right? Believe in the magic of how it's going to happen. And so if something doesn't go exactly the way that you're hoping when you're looking for that future rescue pet, it's because that pet wasn't the right pet for you, okay? And so there's going to be some spiritual magic that happens around you adopting your your future rescue pet. And your future rescue pet is letting you know that, group 2. There's going to be magic around it. I mean, of course, you'll do the footwork, but there'll be some magic around it. Like something will happen, and after it happens, you'll think, oh my gosh, you know, if A, B, and C wouldn't have happened, then I would have never met you. That kind of thing. So there's going to be some magic. So trust in the magic, believe in the magic, believe in the magic that you will magically find each other. All right. Okay. So we're going to pull some tarot cards and then some oracle cards, group 2, get some more messages. All right. Great Spirit Angels, guides, and future rescue pet of group number 2 viewers. What other messages do you have for your future pet parent? Group 2. Look at that. The Magician. I mean, you can't write it. Look at that. Believe in the magic and you get the Magician. So, wow, talk about a double confirmation there. Okay, so we have the Magician, the 5 of Swords. We're going to pull all the tarot and then we'll talk about them. The Sun, the Wheel of Fortune, the 9 of Cups, Strength, beautiful cards, the 6 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. Wow. All right. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. I felt inspired to pull one more, and I'm glad I did because you also got the Nine of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Okay. All right. So let's look at these. Group 2, messages from your future rescue pet. Okay, believe in the magic, and who comes out? The Magician. All right, so believe in the magic. All right, believe that you can manifest each other. You're able to find each other, and that it's going to happen in such a magical way, group 2. And your future rescue pet already knows this. They know that the magic's going to happen, and so trust the magic and trust in yourself. Trust that you have all the resources you need, okay, to connect with them, to find them. All right. But the magic will happen. And they want you to come out of this Five of Swords conflicting energy, worry. Okay. So you don't need to worry. This doesn't need to happen here. You don't need to overthink. You don't need to over worry. You don't have to have inner conflicts. Okay. Because your future pet wants you to trust in the magic. Because what is coming? Look at this. You've got the sun. Okay. You've got the sun. This is happiness, fulfillment, positivity, celebration. All right. The sun is shining down on you. And this is a celebration. They're celebrating in the sunflower field here, dancing and celebrating. I mean, trust in this magic, right? Trust in this magic. The sun, the energy of the sun helps things grow. I mean, it gives us energy, it gives us hope, it gives us positivity, but it helps things grow. So trust in the magic here. This one woman looks like she's pregnant. Fertility, right? Trust in the magic that's going to happen. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, so luck is on your side, getting unstuck, moving forward, spinning the wheel is going to bring the magic. I mean, you just trust in the magic, right? I know I keep repeating myself, but that's what keeps coming through because it's going to lead to this Nine of Cups. And look how serene she looks. She trusts. She's sitting right at the water, which looks like probably the ocean because there's a crab here and everything. But she just trusts completely that the universe is going to provide, right? She's trusting in her intuition. Cups is water. Water is all about intuition. Trusting the intuition, trusting in the magic, believing in the magic, having strength, standing strong. I mean, this is kind of a tornado back here, and she's casting her wand to keep that tornado at bay. You are a manifester. The more I'm reading these cards, group 2, you are a manifester. And so you kind of do have this magician energy here. You are able to manifest your connection with your future pet, if you will. Okay? But you don't have to work at it. You don't have to try hard. You don't have to overthink. It's just going to come natural to you. All right? The Six of Swords. Yeah, I mean, you're headed to, I kind of feel like this is you heading out, to find what I believe is going to be a soul pet for you. Group 2, heading out, trusting yourself, trusting the magic. And I just love that you got 2 knights here. So you have a Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Okay. And this is your pet. This represents your pet offering to you their love. You're going to feel it. You're going to know it. The magic is there. Okay. Stay grounded. Take the steps, but also feel it in your heart. And your pet is going to let you know, right? So again, if something doesn't work out the way you thought it should, that's happening for a reason. Life is happening for you, not to you. So there's a reason why something didn't work out. Is, in terms of, maybe feeling disappointed because a pet got adopted that you were interested in, because you're going to be completely guided. If you trust your intuition, trust yourself, and trust in the magic, you're going to be completely guided. And your pet is going to be there, right there, with offering their heart to you. Okay. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates. I'm also getting that some of you might be adopting 2 pets. You might go into adopt 1 or be interested in adopting 1, but you might go home with 2 because you might find a bonded pair that they want to adopt out together. So just take that as if it resonates, okay? Always use your own intuition and what's right for you. But I'm getting bonded pair. And one of them is going to be very grounded and kind of practical and funny and, and the other one is going to be very more emotional and more heart-centered and cuddly and that kind of thing. All right. So, yeah. So, again, take this if it resonates. And if this does happen to you, if you go out to adopt a pet, um, with the intention of adopting 1 and you come back with 2, please come back and leave a comment for me and let me know. Okay. I would love to hear from you if that happens for you. All right. Okay, so let's pull some oracle cards, group 2. We're going to pull from the Divine Dog Wisdom cards, Great Spirit Angels Guides, and Future Rescue Pet of group number 2 viewers. What other messages do you have with your future pet parent, group 2? All right. Patience any day now. Patience any day now. All right. So have patience. That's it. Okay. Yeah. Have patience. It's coming. And then anger, feel the heat, then turn it down. Again, if something doesn't work out, I'm getting that something that you plan in terms of adopting, rescuing a pet doesn't work out, then it wasn't meant to happen, right? It wasn't meant to be, because something better is for you. I don't say something, a pet. There's, yeah. I'm sorry, the messages are coming through very quickly and I'm trying to articulate. But yeah, don't get too angry. Don't be too impatient, because the right pet is guiding you toward them. So trust in the magic, trust in yourself, trust in your intuition, the right pet or pets. All right. So, yeah, I do feel like there's just something that, again, just might not work out, but then it works out better than you could have imagined, because you're going to meet your soul pet, right? All right. Okay, we're going to pull from the Cosmic Cat Wisdom cards, Great Spirit Angels Guides, and Future Rescue Pet of group number 2 viewers. What other messages do you have for your future pet parent, group 2? Mystery, embrace the unknown. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, just trust it. Trust in the magic. I know I keep repeating myself, but that's just embrace the unknown. Because again, if you try to plan it too much, it may not work out. But again, embrace the unknown, because the pet or pets that you're going to meet and adopt are going to be your soul pet, and you're going to know that, and you're going to be so grateful that it worked out that way. All right, truth, let it show. Oh, yeah. Gosh, I'm just getting this very strongly that you might adopt a bonded pair. Okay. Again, if that doesn't resonate with you, don't try to force that message. Okay. But I think for some of you, there might be a bonded pair out there for you. And one is a little bit, more shy and heart centered. And the other one is just kind of silly and yeah. And exploration, step outside your boundaries. Yeah. So step outside your expectations. Again, you know, maybe the type of pet you think you want, or, maybe you want a certain breed of a dog or a cat, or you know, or maybe you want a dog and you meet a cat. I mean, step outside your own boundaries that you've set for yourself, and allow yourself to explore, because the magic is going to happen, and you're going to meet the pet that is right for you, your soul pet. But don't put too many rules on yourself or boundaries on yourself. Allow yourself to explore other possibilities. Okay, group 2. All right. So we're going to pull some final messages. This is Godspeed, divine timing. Now, again, it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave the rest. We're just going to get a message or two about when, the timing of adopting your future rescue pet. Again, always go with your intuition, but let's just see what comes through. Great Spirit, Angels, Guides, and future rescue pet of group number 2 viewers. Can you give us some information on the timing of this adoption? Try later. Okay. Again, this message is coming through. I feel like maybe something already hasn't worked out for you and you were disappointed, but they're saying try later, try again is what I'm getting. If the first attempt doesn't work out, try again, because you're going to be led to your soul pet. Trust in the magic, okay? It's up to you, okay? And in February, that's really specific. I'm uploading this video in February, so you may not be watching this until July or something. So, but then come the following February. But again, only take what resonates, because those are very, very specific messages. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay. So I hope that you enjoyed this. I want to thank Great Spirit, Angels, Guides, and future rescue pets of group number 2 viewers for bringing these beautiful messages through. Group number 2 viewers, thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you feel a little more enlightened and feel some clarity around rescuing your next, adopting your next rescue pet. And this was a really interesting one. So please leave me a comment if any of this resonated with you, or if it resonates with you in the future after you adopt a pet. Come back to me and comment, please, because I would love to hear from you regarding this. Of course, always do what's right for you in terms of adopting and what works for you, and trust your own intuition and timing. But if you did enjoy this reading, please remember to click that like button, leave me a comment, let me know how it resonated with you. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell so you can be notified as to when more readings like this are being uploaded. And again, if you're interested in a private telepathic animal communication session with me, with any pet or pets that you currently have, or you want to connect with a pet in the afterlife, or you want to connect with a pet that you've adopted within a 30-day time frame, you can receive a 30% discount. Just click that link below to my website, and it'll give you all the information. Okay. I look forward to seeing you in my next reading. And until then, blessings to you and all of your beloved pets. Well, welcome, Group 3. Welcome to your reading. And if you have any current pets with you, welcome to your pets as well. All right. So those of you who chose this beautiful butterfly card, get ready for big changes. Yeah. So this is messages from your future rescue pet. All right. We're going to see what comes through. We're going to look at, possibly when a time frame, or why or what or where or whatever comes through. Okay. All right. So just going to tune in with the initial message here, Group 3. So get ready for big changes. Yeah. So I feel so a lot's coming through here. So I feel like you're adopting your future pet is going to bring positive, beautiful changes in your life. So, I mean, the sun is shining, these flowers, the butterfly, transformation, changes. The butterfly represents change and transformation. So I feel like possibly there could be a lot of change happening in your life now, Group 3. But I definitely feel like your future rescue pet is going to bring beautiful happiness and joy and lots of just happy change in your life. All right. Now, there is another message. Now, take this if it resonates. Remember, this is general reading, so only take it if it resonates. But I also feel like for some of you, your rescue pet, your next rescue pet might be a pet that has reincarnated back into your life. Okay. Within this lifetime. So a pet who was your pet previously in this lifetime has reincarnated back into your life. Okay. And so for some of you, I do believe that that is the case. So again, take that if it resonates. That butterfly is just really standing out and giving me that message. Okay. All right. So take that as it resonates. Okay. Now we are going to pull some tarot cards and then some oracle cards and get more messages. Great spirit angels, guides, and future rescue pets of group number 3 viewers. What other messages do you have for your future pet parent? Group 3. Ace of Cups. How beautiful. All right, we're going to pull all of them and then we'll talk about them. 7 of Wands. 4 of Cups. Yeah. The Fool. 5 of Swords. 2 of Wands. The Death card. The 10 of Swords. All right. Yeah. Okay. So, sorry, I'm pulling a couple more here. I pulled the King of Swords and the Six of Wands. I don't know if you can see those here. Let's just put them here. These are off the top. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. So, what was coming through is making sense. So we have the Ace of Cups, group 3. And so this is a love offering. And so this is your future pet basically saying, here I am. I love you. I'm with you in spirit, and we will find each other. I mean, this is a new beginning with this pet. But her cup is running over. Your cup runneth over, right? Her cup is running over, and she's just at peace. And look at this energy above her head right there. All right. So I truly am getting strongly, group 3, that many of you have a pet who has reincarnated back, into physical form, who you are going to be rescuing and adopting. Okay? Either that or a pet who has crossed over has sent this new rescue pet for you. That could be the case also. But she is standing there feeling this. I mean, it's just in her heart. She can feel it. And she's so at peace and so happy. And this energy is swirling around her. That's the spirit of either the animal who's crossed over, who's sending a new pet, or the spirit of the pet who she has lost and is reincarnating back into her life. But either way, she is at peace and has faith that this pet is reincarnating, okay, or sending another pet. All right. So I know that's pretty deep, but that is what's coming through strongly. All right. 7 of Wands. Yeah. So just, I'm sorry. I'm trying to let the messages come through here for this card. You don't have to defend yourself. Okay. Group 3, you don't have to defend yourself for trusting your own intuition in adopting a new rescue pet. You trust yourself, okay? You don't have to give any explanation to anybody. You do what's right for you. Of course, when we adopt a new pet, we need to be ready. We need to be able to handle it financially and all of this stuff, but you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. Okay? Because down deep, you know that this pet is coming into your life for a reason. And they're either sent by another pet in the afterlife, another one of your pets in the afterlife, or they're reincarnated. Okay? Now, again, this is you focusing on, I should say again, this is you and focusing on your loss of a pet. Okay? And this is an offering of your new rescue pet. And so, what your new rescue pet wants you to do is focus on what's to come. Okay? And what's to come is this beautiful soul pet. Again, it could be a reincarnated pet, or it is a pet who is sent from another pet who has crossed over. But they want you to see this offering. They want you to see that this new pet is coming into your life. Okay? All right. And to take a chance. The Fool, trust. Just trust and take a chance. Okay? Have faith. It's a card of faith. And again, we're kind of going back and forth, the positive part and then the negative part. And that could be what's going on with you, group 3. You might be going back and forth about adopting a new rescue pet. 5 of Swords, this inner conflict. And oh gosh, will I get it right? Will I adopt the right pet? Is it time? I'm still mourning, the loss of another pet, whatever. But you are going to be guided with this 2 of Wands. Okay? This sometimes can be about which path to take. But in this particular card, this person is holding the world in their hands. They know what path to take. They know that they will be guided in the right direction. Okay? You have the Death card, and this comes out, and typically the Death card means some sort of transformation or change, and that's what we talked about. Get ready for big changes, transformation. There's some kind of change happening in your life that's going to be so beautiful and positive, and this new rescue pet is going to be a huge part of that, group 3. The other interpretation of this is, again, literal death and rebirth. Okay, but when one door closes, another one opens. But literal death and rebirth of a pet who has reincarnated back into your life in physical form. And so you, again, take that as it resonates. Okay, there's some sort of ending happening. But this is an ending of, just letting go of the past in some way, the pain, because you're stepping into big changes. Okay? The King of Swords, this is a huge difference here. The 10 of Swords, where you are not empowered. You're not empowered here at all. Okay? But it's an ending. But this King of Swords, you are empowered. You're stepping into your power. You're trusting yourself. And I believe that you have some telepathic communication going on with this future rescue pet, group 3. So trust that also, and trust that you have the ability to telepathically communicate with this pet. So trust yourself with that. Okay? Because what's going to happen is victory, happiness, fulfillment, 6 of Wands, passion. I see you definitely rescuing this pet. Okay? This could be a senior pet, group 3. Now that's really specific, but she's handing a rose to this senior person here. And I feel like for some of you, you might be rescuing a senior pet. All right? But you're definitely rescuing a pet who needs you. And this is going to lead to big, happy changes, and you need them as well. But this is a soul pet. Again, a pet who has been sent by a pet who is in the afterlife, one of your pets, or a reincarnated pet. Okay? All right, so let's pull from the Divine Dog Wisdom cards and see what other information we get here. Group 3, Great Spirit Angels Guides, and future rescue pet of group number 3 viewers. What other messages do you have for your future pet parent? Group 3. Self-worth. So interesting because I saw this card when I was shuffling and I was wondering if it would come out, and there it did. Self-worth, love what you see. Okay, so part of the change that's happening for you, group 3, when you adopt this pet, and I know this is deep, but this is what's coming through, is your pet is teaching you to love yourself, to 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 know that you are worthy of joy and happiness and beautiful, happy changes. Okay? Love what you see. And your pet is teaching you this. And you're going to love them the minute you see them, first of all. Okay? So the minute you see them, it's going to be love at first sight, and you're going to know immediately that that is your soul pet. But they're also mirroring to you. So there's going to be instant love between the two of you, but they're also mirroring to you self-worth, and they're teaching you self-worth. Group 3. Okay. Purpose, follow your path. Wow. Okay. So yeah, big happy changes. Okay. So follow your path to connect with your future rescue pet, group 3. Just follow your path and trust, right? Because you're meant to be together. But also your pet wants you to follow your life purpose. And so that has a lot to do with these big changes that are happening for you. Group 3, your self-worth, that you're worthy. So your pet is coming into your life. And like I said initially, or like your pet said initially, your future pet, that big happy changes are going to come. All right, to get ready for it. And they are going to play a big part in the happy changes that are coming into your life. Okay? And they're teaching you self-worth, that you are worthy of happiness, fulfillment. You are worthy of living your purpose. Some of you might be, starting like an animal rescue organization or something where you adopt senior dogs or something like that. Look at this. Companionship through thick and thin. Yeah, you are soulmates. So you are going to go through these big changes together, but these are not negative changes. I want to be clear about that. The changes that are coming with your future rescue pet, group 3, big happy changes, and you are together. You are going through it through thick and thin. They are right by your side, whatever that is, but they're going to inspire you. Okay? They are going to inspire you, group 3. Loss, allow yourself to grieve. Right. Okay. And so allow yourself to grieve, the loss of a previous pet for sure. Okay. And again, only adopt when you're ready. You trust your intuition. All right. But allow yourself to grieve. But know that this pet in the afterlife who sent this other pet to you has sent that pet to you out of love, or like I said, they reincarnated back into your life because you are together forever, because you are soulmates. Okay? All right, let's pull from the Cosmic Cat Wisdom cards, Great Spirit Angels Guides, and future rescue pets of group number 3 viewers. What other messages do you have for your future pet parent? Group 3. Retreat. Stop the spin. Interesting. Okay. So when I was saying earlier that, it's kind of like you go from, being at peace and or happy or joyful or motivated or whatever, and then back into this worry or heartache or whatever it is, your future pet is going to help you stop the spin. Okay? Retreat, take a break, be at peace, meditate, try to get off the wheel here. Okay? The kitty in the dryer there. But part of stopping the spin is allowing yourself to go through the grieving process. That's extremely important. Okay? Self-confidence, stand your ground. Okay, so we have that with the Seven of Wands is all about standing your ground. Stand your ground, okay? Whatever it is for you. Stand your ground about adopting a pet when you feel you're ready. Stand your ground about who you are, your self-worth, your purpose, okay? Your pet is teaching you this, group 3. Your pet is coming into your life to help you through these changes. These can be inner changes, an inner transformation. So you feel more self-worth, you feel a purpose in life, you feel more self-confident, but you know that they're walking down this journey of life, this path of life, like with you, okay? Wow, this is deep, but really beautiful. Okay, so we're going to pull some final cards here, group 3, Godspeed, divine timing. Now, always trust your intuition with when it is the right time for you to adopt a new pet, okay? But we're just going to get a couple of messages and see what comes through. All right, so great spirit angels, guides, and future rescue pet of group number 3 viewers. What messages do you have regarding a timeline of when this adoption might take place? Group 3, in the summer. Okay. Let's see what else we have. We also have a few days. All right. So it could be that you're watching this. Some of you might be watching this video in the summertime. So just, those are specific. So just take what resonates. All right. But always follow your intuition regarding when is the right time for you to adopt. But know the 3 biggest messages coming through is that your pet is coming, your future rescue pet is helping you through all kinds of transformation and change and positive change internally and externally in your life. They might be either a reincarnated pet, in your life, or a pet in the afterlife who has sent a pet from the same soul family. So it's almost going to feel like, if you don't feel like they were reincarnated, you're going to feel a similar essence with this pet that you do with a pet who's crossed over. Okay? All right. So I want to thank great spirit angels, guides, and future, sorry, by the time I get to the third reading, I start getting tongue-tied. Future rescue pets of group number 3 viewers. Thank you so much for bringing these beautiful messages through. Group number 3 viewers, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you feel enlightened. I hope you feel some clarity around, these messages that your future rescue pet brought through to you. This is really beautiful. And if you did, please remember to click that like button, leave me a comment below. Let me know how this resonated for you. And if you haven't already, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. Click that notification bell so you'll be notified as when more readings like this are being uploaded. And again, if you are interested in a private animal communication session with me, this can be with you and any current pets that you have. It can be with a pet in the afterlife. It can be with a pet who you might adopt, rescue in the near future or the future, in which case, if you schedule with me within 30 days, of that adoption, you receive that 30% discount I talked about in the intro. Okay? All the information is on my link below to my website. And I look forward to seeing you in my next reading. And until then, blessings to you and your beloved pet.